our country from criminals. How stupid are we? How stupid are these leaders? They're stupid people. I will rescue California and every town across America that's been invaded and conquered.
Trump spoke, well, he says he spoke at Coachella. It was not at Coachella, by the way, it was just nearby. But Trump had a rally near Coachella, and you've probably seen tweets about it. There was a bit of a mix-up with transportation and people being able to leave the event after it was over. So as you can see, during the event, he preached his normal nonsense about criminals, and even though he himself is a criminal, none of it ever makes any sense. But it's the logistics that really got me on this one. But real quick, before we get to that, I want to discuss just for a moment, the fact that Trump said that if he didn't get his way, he was going to remove funding from fighting forest fires in California.
We're going to take care of our farmers. We're going to take care of your water situation. And we'll force it down his throat. And we'll say, Gavin, if you don't do it, we're not giving you any of that fire money that we send you all the time for all the forest fires that you have.
I'm a friend of the farmers, so I'm just going to let it all burn. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about something exceptionally more funny.
Gas. They had no gas, they had two. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You can't imagine how many people are still.
There's so many people still here.
I know. I'm trying to get people to come back.
Suddenly, thousands of people were stranded in the desert after Trump's rally. So what happened? Well, first off, I would just like to point out the fact that there were about roughly 10,000 people at this rally, and Trump tweeted that there were over 100,000 people. What a night. So, starting off strong. People went to this rally. They were very happy. Let's follow the saga, shall we? Make California great again. Look at all the lights. People are happy. People are wearing their stupid MAGA hats. And then, oh no, disaster strikes. 10 p.m., rally ended at 7. Thousands of people still stranded waiting for transit back to the parking lots, wondering if Coachella mayor had anything to do with this. The parking lot is a 2-hour walk away. We have countless elderly stranded, can't walk anymore. No restroom facilities. Someone find out what happened. This feels nefarious and criminal. So allegedly, Donald Trump hired this busing company to bus people from the parking lot to his rally and then back again. Allegedly, what happened is that they couldn't pick up thousands of people all at once to take them back to the parking lot. Now, for a moment, I need you to picture your stereotypical MAGA fan. What is that person like? Do you think that kind of person waits for the next bus? Or the bus after that? No, that person wants what they want, and they want it now, and they want to go back to the parking lot. The rally is over. Now, a couple things allegedly, again, happened. The first thing is the buses ran out of gas. The gas stations were depleted somehow, and the buses had to drive way out in order to get fuel, in order to come back and continue to pick up these rally goers and drive them back to the parking lot. However, additionally, allegedly some of the MAGA fan rally goers were upset that they couldn't make it on the first few buses out and that they had to wait. Again, they could have been waiting a long time, but allegedly they were getting aggressive with the bus drivers themselves. And the company said, this is a dangerous situation, we're pulling out. And what did Trump do for his stranded fans who couldn't make it back to the parking lot because it was a 2-hour walk in the dark through the desert? Nothing. Exactly what you think. He did nothing. He also allegedly didn't even pay the bus company for their services. And while there is a small part of me that doesn't think it's funny that there were stranded, elderly, and probably disabled people at this rally who couldn't make the 2-hour walk back through the desert to the parking lot, at this point, You should know. I mean, in 2020 at Omaha, there were people who went to a Trump rally who were abandoned when coach just never showed up to pick them up. At this point, if you are taking a bus to a Trump rally and you get stranded, I feel like at this point that's on you. People think this man can run a country. He can't even care enough about his own fans, his own potential constituents, to properly hire and maintain transportation to and from his own rally. And when people are abandoned in the desert, he just leaves them there. I could not think of a better example, a better almost metaphor for what it is like when Trump runs something. And the people who were there, who were so upset about it, were so close to getting the point. There was a lot of, this feels nefarious, this feels criminal, we need to look into this. Someone did do this. Your Messiah did this. He did this to you. People contacted the Coachella mayor and the Coachella sheriff's office, and their comment on this situation was, you need to talk to the campaign because we were not in charge of any of the transportation to and from that event whatsoever. Not only is this a really good example of how Trump runs anything, I think it's a really good example of how his followers have to try and bend reality to blame someone else. It is unbelievably clear. The answer is right in front of them, but they can't accept that. So they think that there's some boogeyman underneath who's uprooting everything and causing chaos. The boogeyman is right in front of them, and they're following him to their deaths. You just left him in the desert. It was just the middle of the night after being at a rally where it was at least 100 degrees, and he just left him in the desert. When it comes to Trump, you don't have to search for the answer. It is staring you blatantly in the face. He doesn't care about you, whoever you are, whether you like him or if you don't. And he doesn't know how to properly run anything because he can't be bothered to care. If you needed any further proof or any really great textbook style example, this is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out some of my content that isn't news related, you can check out my personal YouTube channel at Bad Gamer Wyatt. And until then, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.